Well, folks, looks like we're taking a break from all this censorship topics. Let's talk about Resident Evil. Yes, and also Sweet Baby Inc. And right now, there is a possibility that Leon Kennedy will have his last major role in Resident Evil 9. And in many ways, it will be his send-off game. So let's see. Okay, before we get to this article, okay, folks, we all know Leon Kennedy's last appearance, Resident Evil Death Island. Regardless whether it's a game or an animated movie, we all know that Leon Kennedy's last appearance for all this will be Resident Evil Death Island. Since then, we haven't seen Leon anywhere. Yes, we've seen Chris Redfield, but we haven't seen either Leon, Claire, Rebecca Chambers, Barry Burton, all that sort, because we don't know what happened to them after Death Island. Now, I'm gonna skip to the meat and potato, since we already know all this. It's just a quick recap. And some people, there is also a Gamescom that will be opening live on August 19, which by the time of this upload, it should be 4 days left until that happened, okay? There's a new rumor. Remember, again, take this with a grain of salt. According to Dusk Golem, aka Aesthetic Gamer, a reliable source for Resi leaks posted on X, and they say about the game's story direction. They claim that Requiem, the whole long-awaited endings and new beginnings, theme to tie to Leon's future in the series. The Liga claim that Leon will still appear in other media and earlier timeline stories, but in terms of the main series, this could be his last big role. They also believe that when all said and done, the game will feel like Leon's send-off. That's a grammatic error. As far as I know, part of RE9's whole long-awaited endings and new beginnings is supposed to be Leon's last major role in the timeline. Sure, he'll still pop up in CG movies and earlier timeline stuff, so you got that to look out for with Resident Evil Requiem. And then, that's a bit of a typo. Leon and Grace are the main protagonists of Resident Evil Requiem. Okay, that is quite true. Let's not hash that. And yes, he's repeating it a bit there, but will end up being the case. Both play a big role, but I think when all said and done, this in many ways will come off more as Leon's send-off game. They clarified they don't know exactly what happened to Leon, but they can imagine the character simply deciding he's done with this line of work after the events of the game, though this has led to many speculated that he might be dying in the game, which, oh no, that's a disappointing. Regardless what it is, let's hope whether he lives or die, let's give Leon a proper send-off. If you have any suggestion how Leon can have a proper send-off in the game, put it in the comments. I truly don't know the fate of Leon or the ending of RE9, just the circumstances surrounding it. I actually almost picture him being all, I'm getting too old for this and more than earn my retirement after the events of RE9 to see how Capcom plays it. Dusk Golem also mentioned the press will be allowed to share their hands-on impression and coverage. According to them, the embargo for the RE9 Requiem will lift a day after Gamescom 2025's showcase. That's August 20th, which is 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. Resident Evil Requiem has a new showing at Gamescom opening night on the 19th, which is of course, then a media embargo for press lifting on 20th. Then it will be at the Tokyo Game Show next month. Yes, as always, nothing here, which is worth remembering. It's not officially confirmed by Capcom. Leaks can be based on incomplete and outdated information, and plans sometimes changes before release. So we suggest everything, take it with a grain of salt. Last time we saw Leon, we saw him RE Death Island. That's Leon. Claire Redfield, same, Death Island. Before that, she was at RE Revelation 2 before going to Death Island. Because after the ending of Resident Evil Death Island, we didn't see what happened to them. What happened to any of them. We do know that Chris Redfield was in RE7. Who else? Yes, Rebecca Chambers. Rebecca Chambers was in RE Death Island. Before that, we only see her, before that was RE Infinite Darkness, if I have, no, RE Vendetta. And before RE Vendetta was, if I had to make a guess, RE Zero, which includes the remake, okay? I'm putting everything in. So yes, Leon could be returning for, say, remakes, because don't forget, even though RE9 is the ending and the new beginning, there's still, of course, RE5 remake, RE Code Veronica remake, what else? RE6 remake, which I think RE6 or Resident Evil 6 is gonna be the last remake, which in my suggestion, I think the only way RE6 is gonna be a better remake is that they replace Helena Harper with Claire Redfield. I check on the internet, many people don't like Helena Harper. I mean, yes, they did have a social or loving connection, but I think that doesn't work. I mean, the perfect match can be either Claire Redfield or Ada, which Ada's already there, so the next best bet is Claire Redfield. Now again, what did Leon do during the events of RE7 and RE Village? That is the one question we have to ask ourselves. Let me tell you this, I did watch a YouTuber who does challenges videos such as No Damage Run, and in his Resident Evil Village No Damage Run, in the cutscene where the RE Village, aka the scene where the Howling Commandos of Chris Redfield, there was a woman in one of them. And based on the voice, the way she talks, I'm gonna have to assume that woman have to be either Jill Valentine, Rebecca Chambers, Ada Wong, or Moria, between those four. But remember, that's just speculation, okay? It's not confirmed. If this is the send-off, or in this case, the final mission for Leon Kennedy, I would say just give him a nice place to rest and say this, mission accomplished. But we still like to see him in future iterations such as RE remakes and animated movies, which that will happen.
Fucking giant letter bullshit! Oh, this sucks. Not true! I'm not done screaming yet! This really hurts, man!
Jeez, so emo.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want woke or anti-woke detected, or you just want to see me play games, or perhaps you like trending topics. Visit my second, third, and fourth channel up here or link in the description.
Well,